Our playlist here
Yeah.
would take 1.7 days to listen to it all.
Yeah.
248 songs in the Jana Reacts, that's the old name, in the Prog Song Sunday
I need to rename it.
playlist.
Yeah. Want to just like go through it consecutively, just spend the day and a half.
1.7 days. If we start now, we could finish it by the time we go back to work in a day and a half.
It's not so bad, right?
What's the longest amount of time you've ever listened to music in one sitting?
That's hard to say. I don't know. Because I leave music on like pretty constantly at work. Yeah. So then I work like 10-hour days. So, but I don't know if that really counts because it's not like a dedicated like listening session really.
So like, a year.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Nathan on Shuffle and to our latest episode of Prog Song Sunday. I've got Jana with me.
Hi.
And this is the show where we listen to a prog song together. I just shuffle through a long list. It's a first listen for Jana, and we just listen and talk about the song.
It's a long list. 1.7 days.
Yeah, it's a long list, as we've been discussing, yes.
All right,
so we'll shuffle through and see what we get today. Oh, okay, yeah. So we've got some classic Emerson, Lake and Palmer music. We haven't done that, I think, in a little while, right? So this is called Take a Pebble from their self-titled
Take a Pebble
first album. So this is like early Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Oh, like how early?
Like, this is from, I want to say 1970. Yeah.
1970.
So it's a little bit on the long side. It's 12 minutes. But I think you can handle it.
I like that album.
Yeah.
It's got a bird.
That's a cool album cover, right?
And an ear.
And ear. There's like a kind of a head there, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But it like kind of looks like a bird and it's kind of a head with an ear.
Yeah. Multiple interpretations, I guess.
Art does that.
Art does that, huh? All right, Take a Pebble. This is a good track. Let's see what you think.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yes.
ELP.
ELP, that's correct.
I win.
Just take a pebble and cast it to the sea. Then watch the ripples that unfold into me. My face spills so gently into your eyes, disturbing the waters of our lives. Shreds of our memories are lying on your grass. Wounded words of laughter are graveyards of the past. Photographs are gray and torn, scattered in your fields. Letters of your memories that's creased and tattered, hang the rags of your hopes. The daybreak is your midnight, the colors have all died, disturbing the waters of our lives, of our lives, of our lives.
There you go.
That was quite the journey.
Yeah. A good journey?
Yeah, a good journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not usually one for musical breaks.
Yeah, it's a pretty extended one.
But I loved this one. I thought this
Yeah.
was so cool. Started out like this musical break in between the lyrics, like this really like backwoodsy West Virginia type of like guitar picking, but
Yeah.
it was like far away where all those water sounds were happening, like
Right.
the creek.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't like, it was like they were 10 feet away from the microphone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know
like
exactly.
they were far away.
Exactly what you mean.
To me, they were on this
Yeah.
side. That's why I keep pointing over there. But and then it got closer and louder, and then like the clapping, like they're all like,
Yeah.
let's celebrate, and time for apple pie. You know, it was just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I know
was-
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then it transitioned to piano music.
Mm-hmm.
And that was beautiful. And whoever's playing the piano here is just incredibly
Keith
talented.
Emerson. Yeah.
Incredibly talented. It always makes me wish I stuck with piano, but I would never be a great piano player just because I have little hands and I can't reach an octave. So, I know, lame, right?
Quite the
If
curse.
it weren't for that, I'm sure
You'd
I would
be a
be a
genius.
master
Yeah.
at the piano.
I'm sure.
Anyway, and then, so that was like really, really great. But then they added in more sounds than just the piano, because it was like soloing for a while.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, maybe a little like background sound, but like it was soloing for a while. But then
Then the band
the
kind
band
of started
joined,
coming back
yeah,
in.
it came back in, and that was great too. It was like I just felt like I was taken on a journey in this musical
Yeah.
interlude. So, it was great. I
It was
loved
good.
it. Yeah.
I think what's cool to me is that it kind of goes through a lot of different styles in that
Yeah.
time period.
Like kind of jazzy at points.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like
'Cause you get
country
that
and-
Country, like guitar picking, like you're talking about, or southern blues kind of feel, maybe.
We're talking a lot about like Southern Dixieland, you know. Is that like
Yeah.
all like, are they American?
No, this is
Okay.
a UK band, so
Okay.
yeah. So but you know,
That's
I'm
what
sure.
I thought they were not American just because the way they pronounce certain things. I'm
Yeah.
like, that doesn't sound country enough.
But
like,
I think a lot of bands in that time were influenced by like you know rhythm and blues and
yeah.
you know stuff which kind of is
Yeah.
what country came from, and you know that
Yeah.
kind of sound. I think they
Which is not necessarily American, but like,
yeah, I'm
kind of,
sure
it had a big influence here. So
right. But yeah, it has that section almost like a hoedown type, you know, that when they start clapping and stuff. And then there's like the
down, that's the word.
classical like style piano, you know, there's like lots of
Yeah.
classical influence. And like you said, they kind of get into this jazz trio section where it's like very jazzy, and you got the like almost stand-up bass kind of feel
Yeah.
with like the jazzy drumming and piano playing. So it's a cool vibe that they go through all these different things. To me, that's one of the highlights of Prog, is that it is able to take a lot of different genres and fuse them together into one piece.
Yeah.
You know, where it's not just like in other genres, it feels like you kind of have to stick in that, like, oh, a pop song has to kind of stay in that pop lane, and just a standard rock song has to stay kind of with rock music. And, you know, there's artists
Rock,
that...
they can do what they want.
I'm sure there's artists that experiment in all genres, but I like the the adventurousness of prog, that they're able to go and try out other genres and in one single piece, and it fuses together into a fascinating way. And I love all the vocal sections too. I think the vocals are really nice and beautifully done. I believe Greg Lake is the one who sings with them, and he's just one of the great prog singers. So just all around a really classic piece of music that I really love. I think this is one of the highlights of early prog music.
I applaud it.
Yay.
Respectfully applaud.
Because what's cool about Emerson, Lake and Palmer is just that all three of them are virtuosos on their instruments, and every piece they do, they get a chance to show off how skilled they are. And that's really what they've decided to do,
Were they a supergroup?
Yeah, I think some could consider them a supergroup, because all three of these guys came from other bands before this, and they formed together. But then this group kind of became its own band that had its own trajectory too. So, yeah,
I like it.
Really cool stuff. Cool. I'm glad you liked it, and weren't just. I was worried you'd be kind of bored by really long extended instrumental passage.
No, I was into it.
But they kept it interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, going to the different styles and stuff kind of keeps it entertaining. So.
Yep.
Really cool. All right, A+, another great one. Thank you guys for joining us and listening along. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this piece. I hope many of you enjoyed it as much as we did. And let us know any suggestions for other Emerson, Lake and Palmer. We've done a few already. We've done Tarkus, I believe. I think we've done Fanfare for the Common Man, I want to say. So we've done a couple things, but yeah, always good to do more of them, because they're one of the big names of the progressive rock genre. So, all right. So thank you guys, and just keep enjoying the music, right?
Subscribe.
Subscribe if you haven't yet. We'd appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.